What's up, Whooper Gang? Vice here. It's been a little while since I uploaded a video, and I thought what I'd start with is another theme deck profile, and we're looking at the Rillaboom theme deck that is amongst the final theme decks to come out in the game, the Sword and Shield block. You can see here, yeah, it's Sword and Shield. So, what is the Rillaboom theme deck all about? Well, the star of the deck is this Rillaboom. 190 HP is massive. You'll be hard-pressed to find more HP than that in this format. And it's got two very powerful attacks. Drum Roll, 90 damage, 10 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Drum Beating, 180 damage, which knocks out a lot in the theme deck format. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't use Drum Beating. So, clearly a powerful Stage 2 Pokemon for the format. But it is a little bit slow, with its attacks costing no less than 3, if not 4 energy. So let's see what this deck can do to get the Rillaboom online. It all starts with the Gossifleur, with the attack call for family. Search your deck for up to 3 basic Pokemon, put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. So rather than really featuring a Pokemon that draws cards with an attack like Collect or what have you, it is instead searching your deck directly for basic Pokemon and putting them on your bench. And the good thing about that attack is that the Pokemon are considered as having been in play for your turn, like the previous turn, so that by the time it's your turn again, you'll be able to evolve them straight away. And then, speaking of evolving, the second part of this deck that allows the Rillaboom to function is this Eldegoss with the attack Blessing of Fluff. It says, search your deck for up to 3 grass energy cards and attach them to your bench Pokemon any way you like. So, the combo of Gossifleur searching your Pokemon out, and then Eldegoss searching for your energy and putting them into play straight away is the strategy that allows the deck to compete in the theme deck format. Now, as you can see, a lot of the Pokemon in this deck are grass, so the other powerful component of this deck is the Snorlax, which is pretty strong for a basic Pokemon in this format. 150 HP, quite a lot of HP, and you got 2 attacks, again, 3 cost and 4 cost, 80 damage, 130 damage, very vanilla, no alternative effects on those attacks, but importantly, there's no negative effects. The only negative thing about these attacks is the high cost to using them. However, if you're able to get a turn 3 Snorlax, so, you know, first turn, Gossifleur, second turn, Eldegoss, Blessing of Fluff onto the Snorlax, third turn, Heavy Impact, you start running away with the game. It is a very daunting Pokemon to have to deal with. So, and crucially, the Snorlax does not share the weakness that Rillaboom has. So something I didn't quite touch on is that Rillaboom has this weakness to fire. And as we know, fire Pokemon are quite popular in the theme deck meta between Charizard, Roaring Resolve Charizard, and even Blaziken. So it has a lot of enemies in the theme deck format, and Snorlax is what helps you compete and mitigate that weakness. And then the last couple of tricks that you have up your sleeve is this Whimsicott, Cotton Ride, flip a coin of heads, your opponent shuffles their active Pokemon or attach cards into their deck. It can be quite a powerful disruption tool to help set your opponent back while you're trying to find your tools. And then you've got this cheeky Maractus, which you might all recognize from that one Tricky Gym video. Powerful Needles, flip a coin for each energy attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 60 for each heads. So most of the time, you're not going to be using this Maractus, but you know, if you open with it, turn 1 attach, turn 2 attach, Powerful Needles for 120 damage potentially, you could set up some early knockouts and put yourself ahead when typically it's a very slow deck to get going. And, you know, the rest of the deck is just, you got 4 Great Ball to search out Pokemon, you got a couple of Pokekid, which also searches out Pokemon, 4 Hop, 3 Research, 18 Energy, It's a lot. And you got switches. My impression of this deck is that it is, 1, slow, because your optimal strategy is turn 1 Gossifleur, turn 2 Eldegoss, turn 3 attack with Snorlax. Right, that is an ideal line for this deck. So it can be slow to get going, but it certainly hits hard when it does. The other impression that I have of this deck is that you have very few tricks up your sleeve. What I mean by that is that the deck has only very few lines of play that you go for. You know, you've got Gossifleur into Eldegoss into something like Snorlax or Rillaboom. You've got Cotton Ride with Whimsicott. And that's really it. There's not a lot else that the deck is doing. If you compare that to a deck like Soaring Storm, Soaring Storm's got setup via Grimer and Pidgey. You've got early game attacking with Thundurus, and even early to mid game with Tornadus. You also set up damage with the Tornadus spread. You've got Lantern to preserve energy and deal medium to heavy damage. And you've got Dragonite to accelerate energy over and over to create really, really unbeatable boards. So if you compare this to that, and that deck also has constant card draw with Pidgeotto. You've even got Pidgeot in there for some cheeky lines of play as well. You got cards like Pokemon Communication. You got cards that help you draw, recover energy. You got all sorts. This deck doesn't have any of that. But it can be quite difficult to stop if it gets going, and that's where the quality of this deck lies. Once you execute the early game strategy, the rest of the game kind of flows on its own, and it should just win that way. Anyhow, I've got some games lined up for you, so please stick around for those. I played a Pokemon themed deck tournament, and hopefully you enjoy. So if you like the video, please consider chucking me a like. Comment if you're feeling daring, and I'll see you in the next live stream or video. So take care. Goodbye for now. Round 1, we're up against Vivid Voltage Charizard. So I think for me, the main problem with Rillaboom, weakness aside, is that it's difficult to see the ongoing value. There's like very few cards in this deck that can produce value over a long period of time. The value that you get is achieved mid to late game when you manage to power up one of your Pokemon. This feels bad. I'm gonna put up Maractus. I didn't see the 2 retreat cost. It's a little ordinary. If I saw the 2 retreat, I would have put up Cottonee instead. It's fine. Let's go Snorlax, Grookey. I don't think that this has Catcher or anything in the deck. I don't know. Let's put energy over here. Done. You're not wrong, Ramon. And this deck could be so sought after too, if it had the Gormandai Snorlax. Hi, call response. No Catcher in Leonzard. Thank you for confirming. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Glad to have you. Energy comes down on the Charmander. Incense is the item. They go straight for the Charizard, which suggests Charmeleon in the hand to me. You like the streams even though you're in the US? Well, you're in that category of why are you still awake? But let's see. We want to evolve the Thwackey, get it ready to become a Rillaboom at a moment's notice. Unfortunately, we just hit done. Very disappointing draw to begin with. Let's see what our opponent is able to do. They've opened with the Mikago, which could be a bit of a problem for them if they're unable to retreat it. I don't remember the Leonzard Vivid Voltage Charizard theme decks count as far as Switch goes. I imagine it has Switch. Here we go. Snorlax on the bench. And research. So I'm looking for... Yeah, this is reasonable. That's reasonable. Energy down. We'll hit done. 2 to switch. There you go. They've not hit Leon yet. So we are approaching a narrow opportunity to start attacking. They hit the switch. There you go. They didn't use Battle Sense though. So maybe a mistake. There's a very funny scenario here, right? I could promote this and go for the coin flip with Pokekid. But I think the more stable option is to go for a rolling tackle. It also gives me a turn to play Pokekid here. Right? And we're going to grab Goss. Because when this Snorlax gets KO'd, the thing that I want to do is use Blessing of Fluff on our other one. So, you know, if we get energy looped by Lugia, I'm comfortable with that. Okay. So the thing that we desperately want to do is remove a second Charizard from being a threat, if we can. So Eldegoss comes down. I'm happy with that. Let's play Hop. Of course, you want to play a supporter every turn if you can. Now, I don't know if there's value in another Grookey on the bench, but very soon that Snorlax is going to go down anyway, so I think that's fine. Energy over to here. Let's take out the Lugia, which is kind of Charizard's intermediary attacker in this situation. Now they've got a Charizard sitting on 90 HP. Another energy on the Charizard. Perhaps looking to retreat it if required. Alright, Eldegoss. So, you gotta think about the order that we do things here. I'm gonna attach... No, we're gonna play Hop first. Put Thwacky down, why not? Energy. I'm not going to play the Great Balls until the last moment. There's no other Pokemon other than Maractus that I particularly want on the bench, and I don't particularly want it in this situation. So what we're doing here is we're using Blessing of Fluff to take 3 cards out of the deck and increase the rate at which Great Ball will see valid targets when we use them. So that's the idea. We take the grass energies out, and so they're removed from the pool of cards that Great Ball can hit. And I don't really have any other reason to go harder for another Pokemon. Seeing a Leon hit the discard pile is a little disheartening. But, you know, it's alright. Our board is actually looking quite good. So now I'm going to play Great Ball. Grab that Rillaboom. Another one. How about the 2-for-1? No, actually, we'll go Whimsicott. So we've got more options. I want a second Cottonee on the bench as well. I don't need to play this yet, but... And yeah, I don't really want to discard energy for no reason, so we'll just go Heavy Impact. A strong hit on the Charizard. So that third energy attachment is a bit puzzling from the Charizard. They really didn't need to do it. If they'd attached to, for example, the Makago instead, they could have been in a position to be able to Heat Blast this turn. Alright. The Ordinary Rod comes out. They don't choose to recover energy. Maybe they want to keep their deck thin on purpose. I pick paper. They went for scissors on the right. I think that the strat with Dan, possibly to go to the one on the left, the leftmost. So let's just attach. Heavy Impact. You know, we've got a Switch in hand as well, so I kind of want to preserve that. Switch is a handy card at the best of times, so let's hang on to it and play it. Evolution comes out, Yanmega hits the board. 130 HP is a crucial HP amount for us to be able to handle them. Alright, we're on track for a very good game here for us. I want the second Cottonee. And we'll just go Heavy Impact. Rather late for them to build a new Charizard, yeah. Yeah, don't know if they just got unlucky or what happened. They forgot to use Battle Sense as well. They probably should have used it more. So I'm gonna pick Rock. They went paper that time! Alright, energy comes down on the Rillaboom, and we should be set for the rest of the game. Now this Rillaboom threatens 180. So even if they build up the Charizard here, we are looking good. So they get the Charizard, Royal Blaze will get the KO on Snorlax. But now we just need to play Professor's Research and hit the drum beating. I'm going to put Whimsicott active because we can play Switch this turn. Alright, we just get it. Okay. So I was looking to like Great Ball and things like that to deck thin. We just use Drum Beating here. And that's the KO on the Charizard. And we take down the Vivid Voltage deck. I think that's the first time since I started playing Rillaboom that I've been able to handle that matchup. I think it helped that our opponent didn't have a great opening themselves. Alright, Lost Thunder. Did I trade the Palkia? No, not yet. I probably should. I don't think Palkia is going to be as sought after as it is right now. So I should trade it, hey. I'll list it. Wait. Oh, yeah. Because I have like 3 that are tradable. So I can get rid of one. Alright, good open for us. There's no not Gossifleur, Eldegoss in the hand. And no supporters, which is a little disheartening, but we'll just have to make do with what we've got. Pokekid, fantastic. We're going to play Energy onto Gossifleur. And let's just hope that the Raikou is not able to take a KO. Because it would certainly be ideal if they just didn't do that to us. We could shore up our odds and go the second Goss just to make sure. I think that's probably the wise way to go. There's no need to be too haphazard. So we bench the second Gossifleur. Yeah, so Kukui. That could have been, yeah, there you go. So, wisely putting down a second Gossifleur. So now we can Pokekid. So energy will evolve to the Thwackey. Good call. Thank you. Call response. Elder Goss. So this is step 2. Step 1, Gossifleur call for family. Step 2, blessing of Fluff. Now the question is, oh well, obviously I'm gonna have to do it to the Snorlax. It hits all the right numbers and has no drawbacks with its attack. So it's much more suitable for handling the Lost Thunder Raikou deck at this stage of the game. Let's see what happens. If they're unable to Lost Zone an energy, then Raikou is not going to get the KO on Eldegoss, which is great, because that means we can retreat it, preserve it for a later turn. Or we keep the Eldegoss active and we Blessing of Fluff a second time. There's 2 ways to go about it. I don't mind either, but I think what I want to do is just attack with Snorlax. You know, deal with Naganadel before it can power itself up. Although it will have access to Turning Point next turn. So I think I like playing it this way because it punishes our opponent for not setting up quick enough. We get the heavy impact, take KO, and now Naganadel is attacking on a turn where it really doesn't want to. Because it wants to say if you have exactly, you know, if it wants to achieve the Turning Point math, which is you need to attack when you have exactly 3 prize cards remaining. So it's limited to 80 damage. We're able to hop. Let's bench a Cottonee, attach an energy to Thwackey, and now we sort of want to keep 1 energy in the hand if we can. I'm going to heal the Snorlax just to put it outside of certain damage ranges. Take the KO on Naganadel, 130 damage for 130 HP. And now, because we took the path that we did, our opponent doesn't have access to anything on the bench at the moment. They've just got a Raikou with not much else to show for it. Rescue Stretcher means that they can put one of these Pokemon back on the bench straight away by selecting the first effect. They grab the Poipole. I don't want to play the energy, but like I kind of do. I want to take Whimsicott. Oh, I already have one in the hand anyway. I do, but I don't want to play it. Just heavy impact. I mean, this Poipole, even if it evolves and attacks, it doesn't take the KO. So that potion is actually doing some good work for us. If they have Kukui, that's a KO. And now I kind of feel bad about not attaching the energy, but I'm not to know I would get an energy off the prizes. Alright, so Pokemon Fan Club there means that we're not contending with Kukui, which means our Snorlax is quite likely to survive the turn. Blitzel and Furfro are the picks. Not sure that Furfro really helps at this stage of the game, but we don't really know what we're up against. We're going to attach energy here. I'm going to evolve the Rillaboom. I'm not really sure if our opponent has any hand disruption. I don't really know the deck list that well, so let's just do the sure thing. Some energy accessible now, which is great. Even if our Snorlax goes down, which is quite likely due to return, our Rillaboom is going to be attacking with Drumroll. Hey, Steve, what's the play for the winner box? I think that you have to worry about people trying to cheese it. You know? I think that for the winner box, because it's a smaller tournament, you're not likely to dodge the annoying matchups. I would almost just bring Mew VMAX. I don't think that my opponent paralyzes me next turn. So I think we're okay to do this. Let's play a Great Ball. Sure, we'll grab Cottony. Bench it. Whimsicott's good. Drumroll. I think Mew is a solid choice. Yeah, me too. I think it just... Mew handles a lot of scenarios well. Just... yeah. I think, like, the only thing I would be worried about is somebody turning up with Beedrill. You know? Thundershock. There's the paralysis. So, we're looking for switch. We're gonna play Hop. Okay. So, put Maractus down. I'm going to attach an energy, just in case it comes down to the Maractus flips. And then we'll hit done. So I had an inkling that this would happen. I didn't realize that Mareep had a paralysis attack. I really should have just read the card. There you go. Paralysis? Yikes. So let's assess the cards that we have. We have not seen a switch yet this game. So I think I'm going to play out the cards that we've got, right? I think I'm going to play Research here. Oh! No, that is not Research. Oops. I thought I dragged out Research. Alright. Research. We were looking for switch there, but no luck. That's okay. We do have Center Lady in hand, so I'm assuming that this will evolve into an Ampharos, and then it has Unseen Flash, which can paralyze our Rillaboom. And this is the way that they're looking to build their way back into the game, right? Hey, Vinod. Yeah, long time no see. But it's good to see you in the chat. It's been a little... It felt like a little while since I've been able to live stream as well. I've just had a bit of a... Ever since coming back from Melbourne, bit of a long... I've just been busy. So it's been hard to make time. Last week was a little bit difficult to make time for streaming. Or at least, like, I was able to stream, but I wasn't able to... Okay, so energy, And then we've got Center Lady. Drum beating. There's a win. So, yeah, I wasn't really able to stream as long as I wanted to last week. And so, last week was a little bit of a frustrating week for me, streaming-wise, because I dislike streaming where I can't make content with it. I really want to do YouTube videos and stuff, right? But I can't do it if the streams don't really turn out the way that I want them to. You know? I think that it's a good measure for me to have that as like a guiding principle, because if I'm focused on making sure that the streams are good enough quality to be turned into videos, then I'm hoping that that means that the stream itself will be good value for all of you who are watching. First 1K may not be that far. Oh, jeez, I would love that. The nod. Look, I've always said I'll get there when I get there, so we'll just see. I don't know if there's value in Maractus coming down to the bench. I think the play here is kind of similar to before, where I go Gossifleur for Snorlax, Grookey, and a second Goss. And then I promote this Gossifleur, the second one, if this gets knocked out. So we'll play it that way. I haven't played a supporter either, so I should play... No. Okay, we won't play Pokegear, we'll leave it. So, Snorlax, Grookey, Goss. Okay. And so what this does is it gives us access to our early to mid-game attacker in Snorlax, late game with Rillaboom, and we've got the second Gossifleur in case our first one gets knocked out. We've got a lot of cards to play this turn upcoming, so that's good. It's all about minor optimizations of percentages, is what it comes down to with theme decks. Because it's obviously not a super consistent format, so everything that you can do to improve your odds is rewarded over a longer period of time. So, a paltry 30 from the Young Goose. Now I have to think about how I want to play this. Let's just play this first while I'm thinking about it. I think I want to Pokegear last. Because Pokegear, if it hits a supporter, then it lets me draw more, which gives us a good opportunity to hit Eldegoss. So we'll play Great Ball first. Thwackey, I think, is the grab. Potentially Cottony, actually. I like Cottony. Let's take that. The reason for that is, if we do hit Whimsicott, I'm gonna take second Grookey. Because if we Pokegear here and hit Research, then I'm gonna play it. Yep. Grookey comes down. Energy. Let's put it onto Snorlax. And then we'll Research. Fantastic. It all worked out. We researched. Blessing of Fluff. Take 3 energies. 1, 2. I'm gonna say 3. And that's our turn. So that, we had a plan in that turn. It was the pick between playing Great Ball and Pokegear first. We played Great Ball because we wanted the odds of Pokegear hitting a valid target to go up. And it did. It rewarded us with Professor's research. Research then was able to dig 7 cards deep. And it gave us the Eldegoss. So it worked out. Cheeseball, consistently surprised how many people are playing these theme deck tournaments. There is a very big population of people who just sort of play casually, you know. Let's go energy onto the Thwacky. Squids. It's a way to always play the game in a fair way regardless of investment. True. Not wrong. Now, I'm not in a rush to play Pokekid. So I'm just going to play Hop here. And see what we draw. Interesting. Let's play Great Ball. Thwacky, that's fine. Great Ball. Rillaboom. That's what I'm talking about. Get in there, mate. We're going to retreat the Eldegoss. And we're going to start applying the pressure. Heavy impact. Switch is good. Just in case we need to peace out. Just in case we need to peace out of the active. Psychic Recharge is great. This type of ability in a theme deck format is fantastic. You know? Abilities like this that can produce value over a long period of time, especially in a theme deck format where games are, you must attack at least 6 times to take 6 prizes most of the time, right? If not more. Meaning that games go for longer. Means that abilities like Psychic Recharge, which can just be used over and over, very good. Barrier Attack from the opponent reduces damage by 30, which means that we cannot take a KO with Snorlax. So, I'm going to attach an energy to Eldegoss. Switch. I'm going to play Potion on the Eldegoss as well. And the reason why we do that is so that Barrier Attack cannot take a KO on Eldegoss. And now, just grab second Rillaboom as well. And now the drama that my opponent has is that if they sit and wait, Drum Beating is just going to take the KO no matter what. Leon? This deck doesn't have Leon. What are you talking about? Might have Kukui though, but Kukui wouldn't be enough either. Right, Cheeseball. So you can see they've retreated because they don't want the Necrozma dealing with that situation I presented. Let's play Hop. Some nice cards. I'm going to take an energy and put it on this Rillaboom. And we're going to manually retreat the Eldegoss into this Rillaboom. And then we'll use Drumroll. Drumroll takes the KO on Ordino. Reduces everything else by 10 HP with the spread damage. And now, we've not used Drum Beating on that turn, which means that we have access to that attack. So now what's the opponent going to do? Avenging Heart is not enough. So I think that this has hit the board too quickly. Oh no wait, it's only on the last turn. I thought it was like for every prize card taken. I guess Sil Valley would have been really hectic if that's the way it worked. The design of many of these moves really cool. Yeah, and like, you know, like the decks are sort of made to play into each other too. Alright, this Rillaboom is going down. There's not much we can do about it. Pity they're all unplayable, yeah. So, energy down on the Rillaboom. I know that there's only 2 potions in the deck, so using potion on this Rillaboom doesn't seem good. I'm gonna play it over here. We are kind of running out of energy, so I'm not game to just research just yet. Let's go drum beating. Take the KO. And here we are. We're 3 prizes to their 6. I'm still a bit wary about what this deck can do, but see how it goes. We will have to contend with barrier attack at times. It's very annoying. But we have put ourselves in a good position to win. So we'll see. Alright, so barrier attack is not enough. Uh-oh. Weakness guard. Yeah, I think you're right. Cheeseball, I think you're right. KO comes down with special laser, which means that it's not mitigating damage to itself. Hey, name is Jeff. How you doing? Energy comes down. Let's put Grookey on the bench, and then we can Ordinary Rod. We can grab the evolution line that just got knocked out. And a couple of energy to boot. Now, our hand is still pretty playable. So I'm not desperate to replace anything, but let's play it out. We're looking good. I don't see our opponent taking a KO this turn. Between Switch and Rillaboom, we've got a lot going on. Alex calling for Maractus? Maractus on the last turn? Just go for a massive powerful needles? Oh, we want that dub. We're not here for memes, this is serious business. This is serious business. Okay. Big attack from our opponent. Special laser. Grabs the KO. So now we're down to this Rillaboom. But that's alright. Energy. And I still value having the switch, so I don't want to research it away. I want to play Hop. We'll put Whimsicott down. I guess I'll put Maractus on the bench. And we're going to play Drum Beating. Because Drum Roll will not get the KO. And so next turn, we're going to do something that's a little advanced. Most of you in the chat probably already understand what I'm going to do. But, so by using Drum Beating, we apply this effect to ourselves that says during your next turn, this Pokemon can't use Drum Beating. The way you have to think about effects like that is they're kind of like special conditions like poison and paralysis and confusion and stuff, where if the Pokemon goes back to the bench, it removes the effect. So what we're going to do next turn is use the switch to put us back on the bench. Oh, we don't even need to, because they've put Gumshoes active. But for the sake of teaching you how it works, we'll attach the energy to Whimsicott. We're going to play Switch. We're going to retreat to Rillaboom. 1 prize left. And you see now we can use Drum Beating. And there you go. A tournament victory for the Rillaboom deck. You didn't think it could work. Maybe I'm the only one who thought that. Rillaboom... it's interesting. Because it has a raw strength to it that cannot be beaten by many decks.